Hello everyone! Today I have decided to go a different way and show you some of my favorite inks. I have chosen 5 of the many I have, and trust me, it was not an easy decision. 2 of them are from Ferris Press, one of my favorite brands. They have the most unique ink bottles, not to mention the fun accessories such as this holder. One is from Visconti, it has been delivered with my Visconti fountain pen. Number 4 is a coffee scented ink from a shop in my local town, which is something quite special. And last but not least, we have the ink from Pelikan, which is probably one of the most common inks, but I love it nonetheless. In terms of fountain pens, I have chosen 5 favorites with medium and broad nibs. Let's see what we have here. First on the list is the Scriveiner fountain pen, inked today with the Spruce County Post from Ferris Press. Next comes the Visconti Van Gogh Red Vineyard, inked with the Red Vineyard from the same brand. Also broad, also great in terms of quality. Third, we have the Nahvalur Original Plus Citrine, inked with the Tanzanite Sky from Ferris Press. Broad nib, beautiful aesthetics, great writing. Number 4 is the TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze, inked with the coffee scented ink from Tinte. Medium nib, delicate on the page and so comfortable to hold. And my last fountain pen for today is the Asvine V200, inked with the royal blue from Pelikan. Also medium nib, beautiful writing, excellent quality. In planning this video, I thought that it would be nice to show you a swatch from each ink, then write a bit with each of the fountain pens, just to give you an idea of what you can expect. For a more detailed review of each pen, you can check out my channel. I have tried to be as specific as possible. So let us not waste any more time and dive right in. For what better world out there than the one created by ink? This is the Scriveiner fountain pen, which in my opinion is one of the best fountain pens you can find on the market. I have chosen the broad version and I really like how it writes. Honestly, it has one of the most incredible nibs I have ever seen. Made by Schmidt in Germany, it glides smoothly on paper and it is a reliable writing instrument, never gets dry, accepts all possible inks, can write on different types of paper. In terms of size, it is on the smaller side, which I guess makes it perfect for women. Elegant appearance, I really like the contrast between the black and gold. Ferris Press is probably a brand you are all familiar with. For the Scriveiner, I have chosen the Spruce County Post. Deep green is one of my favorite colors, and incidentally this ink reminded me of the forests back home. An earthy ink, if you will, the kind which connects you with nature and has a calming effect. Let's do a swatch and then test the pen as well. I am sure you'll like it. So here is the Spruce County Post from Ferris Press. I will bring it a bit closer so that you can see it. And let's check out the pen as well. This is the Scriveiner fountain pen with a broad nib. Beautiful green, darker shades. Okay, once again, this is the Ferris Press ink, Spruce County Post. A bit on the wet side. You can also use it, as you can see, for cursive writing. Super cool writing instrument. So that was the Scriveiner. I am going to move on to Visconti. Visconti is probably one of the most famous brands of fountain pens. I have chosen the Van Gogh Red Vineyard because I really like the blend of colors and how they change with the reflection of light. In terms of the nib, I have the broad version and it is such a great choice. Glides like butter on paper and it is so comfortable to write with. I also love the magnetic cap, probably one of the nicest features this fountain pen has to offer. While the price is a bit on the higher side, I think it is worth investing in a quality fountain pen, especially one that writes so beautifully. But don't take my word for it, I will show you how it writes and you can form your own opinion. As I mentioned before, the fountain pen is inked with the Visconti the Red Vineyard ink. Normally, I am not a fan of lighter inks, but this particular one is a beauty. A sort of an orangey red, which reflects to perfection the colors you will find on the pen. A shading ink, not too strong compared to other versions I have. It might change from dark to light with every stroke, as you will see. And naturally, the colors also depend on the type of paper. Slightly wet, but beautiful when dry. I just love it. And because I love it so much, let's start by doing a swatch. Let's see it from up close. As you can see, a beautiful color. And of course, time to test the pen as well. So this is Visconti Van Gogh Red Vineyard with a broad nib, an excellent writing instrument. The ink is also Visconti, the Red Vineyard, and you can see that it is also a bit wet, but not as wet as the one from Ferris wheel press. Can definitely be used for all types of writing. Here I am attempting a bit of Japanese. Also for cursive writing and anything you might want. I think it is just a beautiful writing instrument. And check out the tones in this ink, just beautiful. The next in the collection is the Nahvalur Original Plus Citrine. I was first drawn to this fountain pen because it has such a beautiful yellow color. It just reminds me of summer and warm days. The fountain pen is not just a wonderful instrument from an aesthetic point of view, it also has an incredible nib. I love how it looks and naturally how it writes. A smooth writer, comfortable to hold, including for longer writing sessions. It is also super fun to feel, given that it is a demonstrator. It feels like a treat to feel it. I just love looking at the ink going up and down. This fountain pen has been inked with Tanzanite Sky from Ferris wheel press. I think this is the ink it likes the most. It just writes beautifully with it. The dark blue of this ink reminds me of the nights I would spend at the seaside with my parents gazing at the stars. Inspired by the gemstone with the same name, it is actually a purple ink with blue undertones. Perfect for writing letters, I have found, especially on cream-colored paper. A pretty wet ink, so be careful. No shimmer or shading, but it is beautiful nonetheless, with rich tones which I absolutely love. Now the fun part, we are doing a swatch. Honestly, it is without doubt one of the most beautiful inks I have ever come across. Let's see it from up close. This is the Nahvalur Original plus Citrine with a broad nib. Okay. The ink is from Ferris Wheel Press and it is called Tanzanite Sky. I hope I am pronouncing it correctly, but I am doing my best. Okay, as I said, pretty wet. Be careful when writing. Can be used for different types of calligraphy or cursive writing. Beautiful intense blue, or purple as they say. Is there anyone who hasn't heard of the TWSBI Eco collection? I think not. I have chosen the TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze as it reminded me of the coffee I have every morning. A great writer with an excellent price. The medium nib writes spot on, and I just love how light the fountain pen is. You can write with it for longer periods of time without your hand getting tired or cramped. An affordable fountain pen, perfect for beginners. In my case, it is the fountain pen that I take with me when traveling, as I do not have to worry about it getting lost or damaged. And also a great looker in my opinion. The ink I have used for this fountain pen is quite special. I got it from a local shop called Tinte, which stands for feather and ink. Somehow the TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze seems to match best with the coffee scented ink. I really love the shades of brown in this ink and the scent is just perfect. It really makes me want to have a cup of coffee. Scented inks are something remarkable. I am definitely a fan. And my TWSBI loves this ink. They are a match made in heaven. First things first, let's do a swatch. Check out this beautiful ink. I am so sorry you cannot smell it because the smell is just perfect. Okay, this is how it looks from up close. And the pen is the TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze with a medium nib. In terms of ink, we have what is called Kaffee-Tinte or coffee scented ink from the shop that is known here as Feather und Tinte. Feather and ink. Coffee scented ink. Not wet, dries out quickly and it looks just beautifully. Let's try a bit of cursive writing. Fountain pens are just great. TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze. As I said, great fountain pen and the price is not too shabby either. Great choice. Asvine is one of the brands that surprised me. Their fountain pens are amazing and the Asvine V200 is definitely one of the best. It is so well built and the nib is exceptional. I have chosen the medium version and I absolutely love it. It is indeed a wonderful writing instrument, sturdy and comfortable at the same time. The fountain pen is clearly a demonstrator, so it is fun to watch the ink swirling around. My go-to fountain pen for extensive writing sessions, as my hand never gets tired. Now, the Pelikan ink is probably one of the most common fountain pen inks out there. The royal blue is often a standard choice, and for all the right reasons. It is the kind of ink all fountain pens get along with. I have found that the Asvine does not like denser fountain pen inks so much. With the royal blue from Pelikan, it does really well, no problems whatsoever. And this blue reminds me of the days I used to learn and then practice calligraphy as a child. The school days might be over, but I still love fountain pens just as much. And of course, inks. So, the last swatch for the day, well, at least for the video. Royal blue indeed, check out how beautiful it is. So, this is Asvine V200 with a medium nib. Probably one of the best nibs I have ever seen, and I'm not joking here. Really well built, really sturdy, really comfortable to write with. The ink is Pelikan Royal Blue. Pretty wet. Excellent for writing. As you can see, you can write different types of calligraphy or lettering. Such a fun pen to write with, an excellent writer. So, there you have it, 5 fountain pens, 5 different inks. I hope you liked this type of video and you got some nice info from it. I always love to compare different nibs and fountain pens, not to mention play with different inks, testing them to see how they look on paper. And yes, I am a fan of swatches too. Let's recap a bit what we have seen today. So, this is the Scriveiner fountain pen, inked with the Ferris wheel press ink, Spruce County Post. Then we have the Visconti Van Gogh Red Vineyard, inked with the ink from the same brand. Next comes Nahvalur Original Plus Citrine, inked with the Ferris wheel press ink, Tanzanite Sky. Number 4, TWSBI Eco Caffe Bronze, inked with the Kaffee-Tinte from Feather und Tinte. And last but not least, Asvine V200, inked with Pelikan Royal Blue. So here we are at the end. This is the part where I invite you to be part of my community as we share a common passion, fountain pens. You can easily subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up to date with my reviews. Also, if you have questions or comments, please feel free to ask. I would be more than pleased to hear from you. That's it for today. Thanks for being here and watching my videos, and until next time, keep your pens inked.